Hi, this is Rabbi Andy, Temple Emmanuel in Greensboro, North Carolina. We're in a new year. We're in the second quarter of the 21st century. And this Shabbat, we find ourselves in a new book of the Torah, the book of Exodus. In Hebrew, we call it the book of Sh'mot, which means the book of names. And I want to talk about names for a moment. First and foremost, there is a rabbinic teaching that says that we have so many different names for God, but one of the names for God is actually the entire Torah itself. Just all of those letters strung together coincidentally, when you break them up in the way that you see the Torah nowadays, it turns out to be the Torah. But all of that, if you were to take out the spaces and whatever have you, that would come out to God's name. In other words, God is imbued in everything that we do. And I think about that also in terms of the names that we carry as Jewish people. Now, I feel like I want to come closer to the camera because this is a secret, but it's not a secret. Outside of Israel, most of us carry a Jewish name in addition to the name that we go by. My name is Andy, as I said when I introduced myself, but my Hebrew name is Eliyahu. But it's more than that, because I'm Eliyahu ben, and then my dad's name and my mom's name. And that's a formula that we've carried forever, long before there were last names. That's our name. And, for those who are Israeli who are listening to this, who's like, well, I go by this and that and the other thing. I got to tell you that when during the phase where we were saying prayers on behalf of the hostages, there were lists that were going out. And yes, there were lists that had someone just with their first name and their last name in Hebrew, but there were also lists that were going out to religious communities that had so-and-so, the son or the daughter of their parents. That's our traditional way of marking ourselves. That's our traditional way of talking about who we are. And our names are more than just nice-sounding names. They're names that are imbued with meaning. And many of us have names that also have God's name rolled into it, or some sort of reference to God. I think about my son, whose name is Avishai. His name, in one of the ways of understanding that, means a gift of God. And don't think that, by the way, we're being haughty or something like that. Many names are reflective of that. The name, for example, Yonatan, God's gift. Jonathan in English. Or we can go down many things. Netanya, a name of an Israeli city, but also a name that many Jewish women have, means a gift of God. Theodore in English, right, just means a gift of God. And, when we lean in on the meaning that our names have, it tells you something. We hear of different names in this week's Torah portion. We name the sheroes of this story, Shifra and Puah, who were the Egyptian midwives who helped to save Jewish people. I don't know of anyone named Puah these days, but Shifra is a name that is, is something that you'll find not only in the Temple Emmanuel community, but also throughout the Jewish world, and so on and so forth. Our names matter. What's your Jewish name? Or what's your name that you go by? And what does it mean to you? That's one of the questions that we are being asked, not only in this week's Torah portion, but as we go through our days and as we go through this new year. And being Jewish these days. Because that's how the book of Exodus, that's how the book of Sh'mot begins. It identifies us within a place where we're foreigners and we're marked as such. Only 8 verses into the book of Sh'mot, marked as different and treated as such. But we know that we deserve much more because we, like all people, are gifts from God. So Shabbat Shalom and Happy New Year. Take care. We'll see you soon.